Hold on. I think I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? Ah! Nose and lips!
Justin Long, the American actor born in Fairfield, Connecticut on June 2, 1978, might be best known for his comedy roles including Dodgeball, a true underdog story, Accept It, and Idiocracy. However, over his 20-plus year career, Justin has been in some badass horror movies. Today, let's take a look at his top 5 horror highlights. Number 5, House of Darkness.
What, you said caves? No, why'd you say caves? Tied them in caves? Why'd you say that?
Listen.
Released in 2022, this movie has 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can find this title today on Hulu. Following a few drinks at the bar, Hap, played by Justin, goes back to Mina's, played by Kate Bosworth, remote castle-like estate. These two are a married couple in real life. After a nightcap and some conversation, this story turns dark. We're talking 3 sexy but very off-putting sisters, tales of ancient witchcraft, and vengeance, and scenes of gore that'll satisfy any horror fan.
What the fuck?
Hello, Bunny. Let's play.
Number 4, Tusk.
Yes. Man is a savage animal, Mr. Brighton.
This film came out in 2014 and has 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can rent Tusk on several platforms. Wallace, played by Justin, is a podcaster who travels to Canada for an interview. Coaxed by a flyer advertising interesting stories and no longer being able to conduct his original interview, Wallace decides to talk with Howard Howe, a retired seaman in a wheelchair at his remote mansion. His sole purpose is to change unsuspecting people he meets into walruses. With his medical know-how and twisted thoughts, he achieves this goal. Something about this movie sticks with me. Watching the transformation from man to beast and then watching the last remnants of that man be completely taken over by what he has become is truly terrifying.
Well, Mr. Tusk, a walrus must learn to swim.
Number 3, Jeepers Creepers.
Jared, who the holy hell are you talking to down there?
We found our body.
Released in 2001 with 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. Unfortunately, this movie is not available on Tubi at the moment, but can be rented on several platforms. Justin plays Derry in this classic horror film along with sister Trish. On their way back home from spring break, they come across something truly horrifying, the Creeper, who feeds for 23 days every 23 years. The two try to outrun the Creeper all movie, but once he takes a liking to something you have, there's no escape. This role definitely put the horror spotlight on Justin Long and formed a foundation for future roles in the horror genre.
In the holy name of...
Number 2, Barbarian.
Hello? Hello?
Released in 2022 and with a very deserving 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can view this horror masterpiece on Hulu. This movie feels fresh and has a truly twisted storyline. Justin plays AJ, a spoiled, disgraced Hollywood actor who owns a rental house in Detroit. This house is the scene of unspeakable atrocities. The previous owner would kidnap women and leave them in the dark tunnels of this property. It's hard to go into detail, but have you ever made a copy of a copy and then a copy of that? Eventually, when you make so many copies of the original, you can't even tell what it is. It's a flawed imitation of the original. Well, that's the awful truth about what has been happening to the women trapped in this underground hell. That idea alone will keep you up at night questioning humanity. The antagonist of this movie is creepy as shit. This one is tense and punches you right in the face. Released over 20 years after Jeepers Creepers, and Justin still delivers a strong performance. Horror fans, if you've slept on this title, wake up and go watch it today.
Oh, God.
Number 1, Drag Me to Hell.
Clay.
Hey, oh man, right?
This one came out in 2009 and has a tasty 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can view this title on Paramount Plus. This one was directed and co-written by Sam Raimi, probably best known for the Evil Dead franchise. He brought some serious horror cred to this movie. Justin plays Clay in this movie, the boyfriend to Los Angeles loan officer Christine. While trying to climb the corporate ladder, she has to buckle down and denies an extension to Sylvia, an elderly Roma woman. After the two get into an altercation, Sylvia rips a button off Christine's coat and curses it. Clay and Christine then visit a fortune teller that informs them that as long as she owns the button, she will be tormented by Lamia, a powerful demon, for the next 3 days. After this, she will be literally dragged to hell. The rest of this movie is filled with horrible visions and relentless attacks on Christine as she tries to find a way to rid herself of this curse. The ending of this one is epic. Not only do you feel bad for Christine and what fate becomes of her, but also for Clay, watching his life as he knew it die in an instant. Alright everyone, there were the horror highlights for Justin Long, a truly great actor and comedian, and as we've seen today, someone that can hold his own in the world of horror. What do you think of this list? Are these his best horror highlights? Do you have some that I've left off this list? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for checking out this video. If you liked it, take a look at my other content and hit that subscribe button.